Bonjour chers élèves et chers spectateurs. Soyez le bienvenu encore pour le programme de français. Aujourd'hui, nous allons continuer notre programme Savoir se présenter. You are all welcome this morning for another session of French. Today, we are going to continue our lesson, how to introduce oneself. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to this time tell us your address, where you were born, and when you were born. As usual, we are going to use a dialogue. Alors, ça veut dire qu'aujourd'hui, nous allons avoir un dialogue, toi et moi. Now, let's go to the dialogue. The title is En classe. There is a conversation between le professeur et Ousu. Alors, listen attentively. First of all, I'll read twice. Then third time, you will be Ousu whilst I become le professeur. En classe. Ousu, quelle est ta date de naissance? Je suis né le 10 février 1995. Donc, cette année, 2008, tu as 13 ans, monsieur. Tu es né où? Je suis né à Accra. Quelle est ton adresse? J'habite au 22 rue Kakachofan, North Kaneshi. Quel est ton numéro de téléphone? C'est le 0 21 30 47 57. C'est très bien. Assieds-toi. Merci. So, this time I repeat for the last time. Ousu, quelle est ta date de naissance? Je suis né le 10 février 1995. Donc, cette année, 2008, tu es 13 ans, monsieur. Tu es né où? Je suis né à Accra. Quelle est ton adresse? J'habite au 22 rue Kakachofan, North Kaneshi. Quel est ton numéro de téléphone? C'est le 0 21 30 47 57. C'est très bien. Assieds-toi. Merci. Now, I'm going to be le professeur and you are Ousu. So I want to believe that in as much as I read le professeur, you are also responding by being Ousu. I hope we can start. Ousu, quelle est ta date de naissance? Je suis. Very well. Donc, cette année, 2008, tu es né où? Quelle est ton adresse? Quel est ton numéro de téléphone? C'est très bien. Assieds-toi. Very well. I believe we have to go once more. Because they say practice makes perfect. En classe. Ousu, quelle est ta date de naissance? Donc, cette année 2008, tu es né où? Quelle est ton adresse? Quel est ton numéro de téléphone? C'est très bien. Assieds-toi. Very well. Call for yourself. Now, when we were going through the dialogue, you realize that there were numbers. We encountered some numbers. And numbers have always been challenges to people when it comes to French. Therefore, there's the need for us to revise our numbers. Now, these are some few numbers that we can take into consideration. We have from 1 to 1,000, and then possibly 1 million. Let's take them one after the other. When I say it, you say after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Then you continue with the numbers. Then we go to 30, 30. When you're moving to 31, obviously you use, just like 21, you say 31. 40, 50, 60, 70, 71. Now you realize that after 70, 71 continues. When after 10, this, you continue with 11. Don't go back to 1. I hope you understand. Now 80 is 80. We say 4 of 20. When you bring them together, you get 80. 80. 90. So you see, 90 ends with this. So the next number should continue with what? 11. So 91 will give you 91. You continue like that. 92 until you get to 100. 100 in French is 100. 1,000 is 1000. 1 million or a million is million. Almost the same thing. Now numbers are very important because you use the same numbers to transact when you are buying something in the market. So there's a need for you to know how to mention money and even the date. Earlier on we spoke about the date of birth. Now dates are mentioned in the form of money. It's like the normal money we mention all the time. Let's look at some example. For example, we have 200. How do you say that in French? What is 2 in French? And what is 100 in French? We all understand that 2 is 2. 100 is 100. So if you bring the two of them together, you get 200. And that is 200. Example 2. We have 330. What then is 3 in French? 100 and then 30. Now we have 3 as 3. 130. So 330 is 330. Then lastly we have 5,500. What then is 5 in French? What is 1,000 in French? And what is 5 again? And then 100. That's how you are supposed to mention the money. 5. 5,000. 500. 5,500. I hope if other examples are given to you, you'll be able to say them in French. So, when were you born? I was born on Thursday. Je suis né le jeudi. Now, in order to know these days, we need to look at the 7 days of the week. In as much as we have the date, you need to know the day when you were born. We will talk about the months of the year, but before then, let's look at the days of the week. Les 7 jours de la semaine. We have lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, samedi et dimanche. I take it again. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Now let's go to the 12 months of the year. Les 12 mois de l'année. Alors, nous avons janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre et décembre. You should know the month when you were born and the day you were born. Now, whilst we were reading the previous dialogue, we came across some possessive adjectives. Now, there are more, but we're having a first start or a first approach to possessive adjectives. We see the likes of mon, ton, and then votre. That's for the masculine possessive adjective. Then we have ma, ta, and then what? Votre. Now, mon is masculine my, ma is feminine mine. Before you started your French, you were told that most words ending with E are likely to be feminine. So if automatically, if the word doesn't end with E, it becomes what? Masculine. So we have masculine possessive adjective and then what? Feminine possessive adjective. Now if you look very closely, you realize that ton and ta have the same meaning to that of votre. This is because if you use ton or ta, then you are referring to one person. When you use votre, then you're talking about two or more people. Okay, let's look at some example. Par exemple, mon cahier, mon ami, mon père. Let's look at number, par exemple 2. Ma table, ma famille, ma radio. Now, radio is one noun that objects to the rule. So you realize that radio doesn't end with E, but it's still feminine. Then we have numéro 3, ta maison, ta cousine, ta gomme. Oui. Votre enfant, votre télévision, votre cahier. So votre is used both for masculine and feminine, the same spelling. Now, let's look at some few prepositions that were also used in the dialogue. Now, numéro 1, we say if you use a, you must use it together with a town. Town in French is ville. Alors nous avons a plus ville. A plus town. You can only use a for towns. Par exemple, il fait chaud à Tamale. Or, mon père habite à Paga. Tamale is a town. Paga is a town. You can't say a Ghana. That would be wrong. Alright, so you use a for towns. Now, deux. The next preposition is o. AU is o. The sound is o in French. So you use o plus masculine countries. Now, let's look at some examples. Owusu est né au Ghana. I hope you remember the countries that we studied the last time. Ghana is masculin, alors on utilise o. Mon père travaille au Togo. Togo, masculin, alors on doit utiliser o. Now the next preposition is en. En is used on feminine countries. Now, il y a beaucoup de musulmans en Algérie. Il y a beaucoup de musulmans en Algérie. Algérie, country, Algeria, feminine, because it ends with E. I hope you can see that. Monsieur Akolgo va souvent en Belgique. Monsieur Akolgo va souvent en Belgique. Now, Belgique, country, Belgium, feminine, so you use en. Now the last preposition for the meantime is she. And you can only use she with a person's name or a profession. Let's look at some example. Je vais chez ma tante à Boku. I am going to my aunt's place in Boku or at Boku. Rosalind habite chez sa grand-père. Alors, excusez-moi, Rosalind habite chez sa grand-mère. Rosalind stays at her grandmother's place. So, underline meaning of chez is place. So, chez toi, chez moi. Your place, my place. Elle va chez le dentiste. Elle va chez le dentiste. She is going to the dentist's place. Keep practicing and you will get the use of these prepositions. Now, we can never end without taking into consideration these professions. Now, we have various professions in English, and you must know them in French. Now we have the masculine nature of it and the feminine nature of it. Now we have the English version. I will not mention the English version, but only that of the French. We start with comptable, masculin, comptable, féminin. The same spelling, the same pronunciation. Journaliste, journaliste, féminin. Pharmacien, pharmacienne, féminin. Boulanger, boulangère, boucher, bouchère, cultivateur, cultivatrice, enseignant, enseignante, médecin, médecin. So we have the same spelling for female and male when it comes to medical doctor. Commerçant, commerçante. Then lastly we have coiffeur, coiffeuse. I hope you are able to mention these professions and use them in your video daily activities. Now, in each and every lesson, there is always a verb to take notice of. And today we are going to talk about avoir, meaning to have. How then do you say I have? You have. He has. It has. She has. We have. They have. You should know this in French. These are very common verbs, so you must have them on your fingertips. Alors, you say j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. There are some few examples below. Par exemple, j'ai un sac. I have a bag. Vous avez un stylo. You have a pen. Keep practicing and it will always be in your memory. Now, we can never end a lesson without an exercise. So you have 3 exercises to respond to whilst you are in the house. I'll be expecting this exercise and I'll communicate it back to you. We have exercise 1. Exercise 1. Complete the sentences below with mon or ma. So, école se trouve à Snette. Ami habite à Elmina. Chambre est sale. Enfant a un joli sac. Then lastly, je lave chemise. Fill in the space with mon or ma. With the explanation given to you earlier, I believe this is not difficult. Exercise 2. Complete the sentences below with a, o, un, or che, as discussed in the early instance. Now, 1. Le malade va, le médecin. Which of them is appropriate for this word? Il est étudiant, Chine. 3. Il y a du pétrole, Libye. 4. Anani travaille, Wa. Madame Idrissou va, Lagos, Nigeria. Charles est, le coiffeur. On cultive le coton, Mali. So, you are supposed to fill in the with the necessary preposition. Lastly, it's a table. Now it's up to you to form 5 sentences from the table below. So we have the personal pronoun on the left, the conjugation or the breakdown of avoir in the middle, and then you add it with the object, which is on the right. So we have je apostrophe, tu, vous, we have a, avez, or e. Which of them is right for the ones on the left? Then you add up and if the information form your right. Bonne chance à vous tous. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir et à bientôt.